Hey, welcome everyone. It's Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon in the studio. Look what I got here. I'm gonna do a paint over. Hey, welcome everyone. I got my phone on, but I gotta charge it for a little bit, and then I'll be able to do a little bit on the chat. I'm gonna paint over this masterpiece here. You can see this was one of my uh, experiments with some art here, but I'm sitting down because I've been getting a little tired lately. I've been working hard, actually. A lot of gigs, a lot of side work, a lot of work, not too much work at Michael's. They're cutting our hours. I don't understand why. They don't want us to eat, I guess. I think the company wants all the money. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some undertone on here. I'll show you what I did this one time. It was an accident. I put a whole bunch of paint up here, then I'm gonna kind of smash it down with a knife. It comes out pretty good. And let me check out my palette. This palette paper is damp, so it keeps the paint kind of moist for you. And I got some glaze here. You can't really see it, but I'll be mixing some glaze in here with my paint and some titanium white. My whole palette's just gonna probably get all like filled with different colors, which is what I want. I like to mix the colors. Look at that glaze. See how it keeps it nice and bright? And it'll stay that color too. This is a crimson. This is red. Regular red. I'm using all Winsor Newton. Winsor Newton paint. I'm just basically trying to get a undertone here with a bunch of different colors. Once I fill it with paint, I'll run it straight down with a knife. It should look pretty good. It'll be a good backdrop for my flowers that I'm going to do. Let's put some green up there. So hopefully you guys are doing good today. I had a busy morning. Otherwise, I would have been painting earlier. I had to go to West Seattle and help some lady. Just with some things in her yard. just give her a hand. She had a stroke about a year ago, so she can't move around as good as she used to. So every little easy thing is a struggle for her. So obviously this is a paint over. If you go back to the beginning, you'll see the painting I'm painting over. Then I'm going to do some cool flower pot in here with some flowers. It's going to be cool. I might just do it with black. Because I think this background is looking pretty good. I might just do the pop art flowers where you do your sketch out your pot first with black and all your flowers, and then fill your flowers in with color and leave the background the way it is. This all has glaze in it, so it should remain pretty bright like this. That's what's cool about that glaze. I kind of like this color already. I see some greens going on over here. I think I'm going to leave it. Let me try and mash it down now. Where's my knife? I think I got one over here. Oh, I can use my new knife. Although I didn't put it on too heavy, so it's probably going to be fine just the way it is. I'm just going to try and create it's really not doing anything, but I'm just kind of flattening it out. Wiping my knife off. This looks like a good background color for me. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let it dry. I like that. So I'm using all Winsor Newton. This is all Winsor Newton. It wouldn't have been this bright if I didn't use glaze, okay? I'm using this glazing. I just pour it on my palette. There's different ways to do it. You could actually mix it in the paint if you want individually, but that takes time. Or you can pour a little bit on your palette and then just kind of let it run in the middle, and then just put your brush in it as you're grabbing the color. That seems like the easiest way to do it for me. All right, let me sketch something up here. I think I'm gonna do the pop art flowers over this cool backdrop. Looks really cool. So I'm gonna use this is Liquitex fluid, acrylic fluid, Mars Black. And I'm going to use, this is a number 2 round. It's a really nice stout tip for creating your drawing up here. I got to give it a second. You got to let this dry a little bit, and then you can do your design. Let me get my Sophie. I think my phone's charged enough. Let me put my phone over here so I can see you guys in the chat here. Hi, Sophie. Thanks for the kisses. I see that. All right, now I'm gonna try and do a. Looks like it's just. I can't tell. There's only just one person in here. Just me. I think. Yeah, I'm all by myself. That's all right. Nobody wants to see the masterpiece get created here. Still a little wet. Let me give it a few more minutes. I'll tell you what it's going to be, though. It's going to be daisies and a nice big flower pot on the table here. And I may put like a background of a room in here so it looks kind of cool. I guess I can sketch some of it out, and then I can go over the lines again. So I'm going to start off with my vase right in the middle. Okay. Going to have a cool vase here. With all flowers coming out of it. And I kind of like to make, I'm going to make a nice round genie bottle type vase. I think these big round ones look kind of cool. Have you ever seen that show, Genie? And I'm going to put this on a cool looking plate that kind of goes up a little here. Just to make it look more like some artsy thing going on there. And I'll put a round table in here that's going to kind of look like it's going to be round. Okay. Tabletop, vase, flowers. And I'm going to put a back wall in here, believe it or not. So I might as well do that now. So we'll run a ceiling down first, a wall straight down here. Trying to do everything with my eyeball. And there's going to be a ceiling. With maybe another wall here. And maybe the walls running down like this, and then here's the floor. I'll have to make this come this way. There we go. So this will be our floor. Walls on each side and a ceiling. There we go. That's a nice background. Let's do some flowers now. I'm going to start with some daisy flowers. I'm going to do a really simple one right here in the middle first. Just the flower that's kind of like looking straight at us. And I'm gonna try and do some that are uh, more angled as well. I'm trying to do these petals so I can use uh, like one brush stroke in there. I want to just take my brush and put one stroke of color in there so it looks like an oil painting. All right, there's one flower. I'm going to run a stem down to my pot. Might as well put the leaves in while I'm going. I'm just going to do basic. I'll do some heart leaves. Some heart leaves. This is going to be a cool painting. We'll put a daisy over here now. Maybe more looking on the side view of a daisy here. Another stem coming down. This is looking pretty good. Emily. Oh, did you subscribe? Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. It shows that I can't believe there's nobody in here, but I see you subscribe. Thank you so much. Usually it tells me up there how many people are watching, but it's not doing it today. That's kind of weird. Let's put some small flowers down here. Uh, this kind of art is kind of fun. It's anybody I think could do this. These flowers that I'm doing are very basic, but it's all about the color. It's all about the color, how you paint it in. I'm not going to leave this like this. I'm going to make this, I'm going to change all the colors in here. I'll leave this, the background will stay like this, but there's going to be white in here, maybe yellow, daisies, blue flowers, green leaves. It's going to look really nice. Let me run some leaves real quick. Sometimes leaves come out like this, and then they're kind of like round like this, and then at the end it has like a leaf at the end of it. There's all sorts of leaves. I'll do one over here the same way. Maybe or like a little smaller. That looks cool. I'm just making these basically this type of flower, okay? I'm not going to make it complicated. There's not going to be any roses in here. just this type of flower. And I'm trying to make them kind of look sideways. Some of them looking sideways. And then some stems coming down with some green leaves on them. This is going to look pretty cool. I think this is going to turn out good. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah, I'm not putting anything down here till I figure out the color of my pot. I want to do maybe a flower out here now. This is looking really cool. Let's put a few more leaves in here. We'll put some more like some traditional leaves here. And ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Bap. This is cool. This is really cool. Let's see, Emily. I think you're the only one in here, Emily. I can't tell. Whoops. Now this is Winsor Newton paint. Let me show you what you kind of got. Okay, it's not the greatest paint out there, right? So what you got to do, we're going to mix a little bit of the yellow and put some white in it, okay? Just to strengthen it up a little bit. Just take a little bit of white and mix it in that yellow. Okay, it's going to help the viscosity of the paint so it covers better, okay? Just by putting a little white in it, okay? Now, I've got some glaze over here. And I'm going to use this is a number 4 filbert brush. what I do, I just got a bunch of glaze here. I'm just going to wet my brush with the glaze. You see it? It's like a milky substance. And then just grab some paint here. What I'm trying to do here is do one stroke, okay? One or two strokes inside the black lines, but don't, if you go over the black line, don't worry, because I'm going to go back and do all the black lines again. But what I want to do is create uh, one stroke in here with my brush, if you can. One stroke like that, okay? It's going to help it look more like an oil painting. Now, fill your brush up again with the same color. And we're going to do it here. One stroke. Now, if I would have used the yellow right out of the tube, it wouldn't have covered the color underneath. So that's why I put the white in it. Okay. It makes the paint cover better, for one. I'm going to put some different colors in there. Don't worry. But let's just get the main color in there first. These are going to be yellow daisies. And I'm turning my brush at the end to get smaller down here at the bottom. But see how it makes it, it's going to dry and look like oil painting if you do it with one stroke like this. Or you can fill it in. It doesn't matter. However way you want to do it. But make sure you put a little glaze in your paint, because then it'll stay bright, okay? Now for that inside, inside here, I think I'm going to make it, I think I'm going to make it white, believe it or not. Let's try white, see what happens. Yeah, we'll make them white. Yeah, I like that. Let's do the next flower. Now I'm going to put a little orange in that yellow now, okay? To change this color just a bit. Try and use one stroke. If you have to take more than one stroke, that's all right. I didn't mix the orange completely in, so you can see it's like putting a streak in there, kind of. Press down on your brush, and then it gets wider at the very end of the petal. You just press it and then turn it as you come down. Then you'll get this one stroke paint in there. It just makes it look more like oil paint. It's a cool little trick. Sometimes you might get some black, because if the black's not dry all the way, just rinse your brush off. And then start over again. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Whoops. All right, I'm gonna make this one. I think I'm gonna stick with the white. I kind of like the white look in there. Wow. I hope that's in focus. Yeah, it's in focus. See how cool those petals look with the different colors in there now? There's one color that's missing, some yellow ochre. I'm going to put some yellow ochre in here. But I gotta find it. Let's move on to the leaves now. These leaves here. I'm gonna use a light green, but with the green again, you gotta mix a little bit of white in it or yellow. With any of these colors, you gotta mix something with it, okay? So here's my light green. Let's just mix a little of this yellow into the green. It's just going to help cover better. And then let's put a little bit of this light green in the sap green. I'm trying to get all my greens ready. This hooker green, I'm just going to put a little black in it just to make it dark. For the leaves that, I'll have some leaves that are kind of like in the shadow. That's what this dark green is for. All right. Let me get my brush now. We're going to grab a little glaze over here. I got a whole bunch of glaze here. Just grab our light green. And we'll make these three leaves green here. It's kind of too big for one stroke, so just fill it in with color with your brush. I'm going to use some dark green down here. I can't believe the that black is still wet. It usually would have dried by now. It's that fluid black, that's why. Yeah, it's that fluid black. Let's do the flower pot, and that'll give these flowers a chance to dry a little bit. All right, I'm going to do a purple flower pot, okay? So we're going to have to mix some blue and red, because I don't have purple. Mix some, I'm going to use ultramarine blue here with some crimson red. Let's use crimson. And let's see what kind of purple we get here. Put a little glaze in it. It's like a really rich, I like that. It's almost like a brownish color. I like that though. I'm going to use it. And then one side will be dark, and one side will be light where the light's hitting. So let's just fill this in with the purple. If you hit your black lines, don't worry, because I'm going to go over all the black lines again at the end and make them really nice and smooth. Look at that. I'm going to add a little white to it right now and lighten up this one side. So it looks like it's the light's hitting here. This I'm going to make white. You're not going to believe how cool this looks. Over all these colors in the background. This is going to look so amazing. I'm putting a little glaze in it. And we're just going to make this pure white. Now I could put some shadows on it. But watch how cool it looks when it's done. See how it stands out on all these colors? It's pretty cool. Look at that. And the table we're going to make yellow. Let's do the table right now while these flowers are drying. I'm going to make the table maybe like an orange yellow. So I'm going to add a little more yellow, orange to that yellow that I put the white in. Make sure you put glaze in there. You got to use the glaze because it's going to make these colors stay vibrant when the painting dries. If you don't put it in, it'll dry really dull. But then you could go over it. If it dries dull, just put some more paint on it after it dries with glaze in it. Let's do one side kind of orangey, and I'll do this other side more on the yellow side. So the table has maybe two colors, orange and yellow over here. It's art. You want to kind of mix things up a little bit. Look at that. This is looking pretty good. Oh, I forgot to put the window in. Let's put a window in real quick. And then we'll make it blue, like it's outside or something. We'll make a window. Oops. I'm getting paint all over the place. Let's put a window in here. Do 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 do. Looks pretty good. All right, I gotta clean this area up here real quick. Getting paint all over my hands. It's looking pretty good. I always forget to put my lip in, the lip of the flower pot. I don't know why I'm doing that. I didn't do it when I first started making these. It's just been like the last 3 times I forget about the lip. I'm going to do it this color here. So there's going to be a lip around. There we go. I'll have to let it dry and hit it again. Let's do some blue flowers in here. I'm going to use ultramarine blue with some white, lots of white, and some glaze. And we'll make some light blue flowers here. Same thing, try and use one brush stroke if you can. And we'll make this one blue here. Might have to use a smaller brush. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Make those bigger. And then I'll just go around it with black. Very cool. This is looking good. I might leave this one red in there. You see that? And then just put a white inside the middle, or light purple in here. I think I'm going to keep this one yellow. It's still wet. That black is still wet. It's unbelievable. I'd have to put a fan on it to dry it. I didn't have this problem last time I did this. But you can see the black is still, it's running in the paint. I'll do my window while it's, give that a chance to dry. Some blue. Do 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 do. I gotta sit back and look at this. I'm a little too close. Wow. You can almost see the painting from that I painted over is kind of coming through. You see that? All the lines and stuff. It's looking pretty wicked. I think the floor, I'm going to do the floor brown. Watch this, because I'll leave the walls and the ceiling with that funky color, but the floor I'm going to make brown because brown goes good with this yellow right here. So it should look good. So I got some burnt umber here, and I'm gonna have to, I'll mix a little white in it. Just a little white so it covers better. So this is going to be like a wooden floor in here. And then I'll put maybe some slats in it. There's obviously there's easier ways to go about painting this, but I mean, this way's cool. You might, if you end up doing a painting like this, you might find a better way to do it. Like, since most of the light's going to be on the right, so I'm going to darken. You keep stuff like this, you can darken this side of the floor a little more than this side. Just a little darker. It just gives the overall painting a better look. All right. Kind of digging this. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't check the phone if the air's humid, but yeah, this black, it's it's finally drying. I just kind of went a little bit too quick, but it's all dry now, so I can do those flowers. I'm gonna use this is pale. It's like a pale green. It, Amps Winsor Newton makes it. But look how cool this color looks. It's called olive. Isn't that a cool green? I'm putting a little glaze in it so it stays bright. Look at that green. I wish they had. I'm not sure if Winsor Newton has that turquoise. Because I wish turquoise would show up really good in here. I would have probably used it on these flowers. But look at that color. This color, I read it in a news article once. This this olive color is good for like highlighting uh, trees and stuff, like the light spots of your trees. Instead of using white, you could use this olive color. It's a really nice green. All right, I'm going to do this last flower and put some white around here. I know I told you guys to use one stroke on these flowers, but I'm going to kind of fill in where it didn't get to the edge quite to my black. Just to, you don't have to do this, but now that I have a smaller brush in my hand. All right, I'm going to do this guy pink. Pink. There's no roses in here. Pink with some glaze. Yeah, I went to West Seattle. I just got back, and I already had lunch, and then I wanted to get a painting going. I got done over there at noon. I got home at like 12:30. Made some lunch, and before you know it, it's 2 o'clock already. Like, and I didn't even get to go to the art store. I'm gonna have to go tomorrow because it's free parking. You don't have to pay for parking tomorrow. But I do have to work tomorrow, but only for like 4 hours in the morning. A little pop art flowers. These are kind of fun to do. I mean, they're just as fun as doing a landscape. Let's see how this is looking. Wow. I really like that. I almost want to paint the rest of it. But I like the way this background color looks. Like, I almost want to do the ceiling white. I don't know. That might Oh, no, I'm going to put my white around here. That'll add some light to it. It's looking pretty good. Alejandro's here. Right on. Ellie's here. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Lots of colors. I painted over an old painting. You can kind of see it in the background there. One of my crazy abstract paintings. It's looking pretty good. I couldn't find my fluid black, Ellie, so I had to go buy some more. I bought the I think you mentioned the Liquitex one last time I you were on here. I like doing these pop art paintings. They're kind of fun. I really think anybody could do these. I made the flowers really simple with just the circles. So I think I don't think it would be that difficult if you were like someone that wanted to start painting. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, there's my light. That looks cool. Uh, where's my black? I gotta fix these flowers now. I might have to run a little glaze in this black because it seems like it's drying flat like a matte. It's not drying like a gloss. Guess that's all right. It's a nice black though. It runs off the brush. This fluid black runs off the brush nice and easy. It's almost like a pen. It's really nice. Do 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 do. All right, I gotta look at it for a second now. Deanna's in the house. Hit the three dots and turn your chat off. Because I like to do some tracing. All right, let me zoom into the. Hold on. You ready, Ellie? All right, do your screenshot. There you go. You could go back to this part and do a screenshot. Hopefully that's big enough. All right, let me, I think I want to put more white in there. More highlights and some shadows now. Do do do. It's really nice. I think it's ready for highlights. I'm gonna check it out. I'm almost done with. I've been like moving things around in my house so I could get this whole room in here done. It's almost. I think it's going to be ready by next weekend. I won't have anything in here but art stuff. That'll be nice. I think when you do this white stuff, you just want to put a little in the petal. Don't do it on the black. I've already made that mistake. It's got to be inside the flower. Just a little bit of white is all you need. If you do it on the black, it kind of messes it up. It's looking really good. Wow. I'm really digging this one. Yeah, just when I thought I had everything done today and then I was caught up, a friend texted me and said a friend of theirs needs help with their sink is leaking or something. But I didn't call them. I'm like, I ain't going over there today. I'm taking the rest of the day off. I probably want to do a landscape in a little bit. See how just that little bit of white, it really helps it out a lot. It kind of brightens it up a bit. Wow. This is really cool looking. I'm trying to fix my pot now to make it look more round. But overall, it's looking pretty good. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow. Is it? You like this one, Ellie? Did you get your screenshot? Yeah. There we go. All right, this is looking good. I want to hit my white again around the edge. I put a new palette paper in my box. Because, I mean, it was, I couldn't even grab paint out of it anymore. All right, I like that. Now I want to run some lines on the floorboard. Uh, Boo-doo-boo. It's time for some kind of shadow down here. I usually just do a small shadow. I'm going to do it in gray, a light gray. That way if I don't like it, I can cover it up. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I'm almost tempted to make the ceiling white. I don't. That might ruin it though, because I like all that different color in there. Oh, I could put some gray in some of these white spots. There we go. I think that's all I'm going to do on this one. Let me stand back and look at it. Wow. Yeah, I like those colors on top too. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. It looks, I think the flowers are really popping. I'm actually going to make the shadow. I like the shadow, but I'm going to make it dark now, like a black shadow, because I think it fits. I just put it in light gray just to see if it's going to work. Oh yeah, I'll be on later on. I don't have to go into work till 7 in the morning, so. What time is it here? It's 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'll probably do one right after I have dinner, around 5. So probably in about a couple hours. 2 or 3 hours. I do have to run to the store. All right, I guess I'm done with this one. Thanks for the new subscribers. I saw someone at the beginning. That was Emily. Emily, yeah. Ed was here. Oh, use an old hair dryer. Yeah. I had problems at the beginning. The black wasn't drying fast enough, and it was getting in my color when I was doing the petals on the flowers. Oh yeah, cheers. Got to get those for sure. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Ellie, good seeing you. You guys take care, Ruben, Ed, everybody. See you later. Cheers.